Hey, what's up, guys? I'm bringing y'all my updated Salamangreat deck profile. It's not at full power, but it's getting there. I just barely ordered some cards to beef it up a little bit. But enough of my rambling, let's get into the deck profile, shall we? First off, we're going to start off with the main. We run triple Salamangreat Foxy. He's good for draw power in the deck, especially if you open up him and not another starter. He's a decent starter on his own. I run him at max because he's good at max. There's really no explanation. You normal summon him, you draw 3 cards into your deck, grab one, put the other 3 back and shuffle your deck. And you can pop something on your opponent's field to special summon him. So he can off a lot of problematic stuff. He's really good. That's why I run him at 3. Next is kind of this is an ish card for me. If I want to keep it at 3 or maybe bump it down to 2, but it is none other than the Spin Boy himself. There's no explanation. If you're a Salamangreat player, you know what he does, but for those of you that don't, you can discard him and give a Salamangreat monster or a Link monster, pretty much any Salamangreat monster, 500 attack, and then you can special summon him, but he is banished when he leaves the field, which, yeah, kind of sucks. If I was to bump him down, I would, but sadly I kind of need more room in the deck at the moment. My new stuff hasn't come in yet. And now we're going to go to the 2-ofs. We run double Jack because I draw into my Jack too much, and Jack is just so good at 2. Double Foul because he's really good at being a free special, and I usually don't open up but with one of him if I do have those brick hands. Now we're going to go for the one of we run 1 Falco, no explanation there. And then for the last of the Salamangreat monsters, we run the Lone Gazelle herself. I would run her at more, but she's limited. Yeah, kind of sucks. But fresh off the limited list, we run Triple Lady Debug. She's really good. It's a shame that I have to sacrifice a normal summon to actually get her ability off. Well, normal or special, but I really don't special her a lot. But for the rest of the Cybers package, we run Flame Buffalo. That way we draw 2 more into the deck. The last of the Cybers, we have Backup Secretary. There's no explanation for her. She's just a free body. I am considering cutting her out, but at the moment she pulls her weight. Now let's get into the hand traps of the deck. Of course, we run 3 Ash, no explanation. And then, not a lot of people main this card, but I do, because the decks I play against normal, well, I say normal, summon well over 5 times, and that's double Nibiru. I don't ever want to max out on this card or else I draw it too much. The perfect number is at 2. Sadly, I don't have a side deck anymore, at least at the moment. That's where the 3rd would go if I had a 3rd, but I don't. Now let's get into the spells. We run the 1 Circle, and then we run Triple Will, because you kind of need to run it at 3. I would cut it to 2 if I had the chance, but really there's not a lot of desirable stuff out there. Then we run the 1 Field Spell. I like it because it's so shiny. Now, that's enough with the Salamangreat spells. Let's get into the rest of the standard spells. We run double Signet Mining. I do have a 3rd on the way, but I'm just going ahead and making it. with this, if I were you, I would cut a spinny and put a third Cynet mining in. That's just how far my thinking goes. But heck, you don't have to run it if you don't want to, because we got Lady Debug back, but I like running them both for extenders. And then we run double mind control. There's no explanation except it got semi-limited, which is fine. And then we run double cosmic just to get problematic stuff off the board. And then for the last of the spells, we run one Pot of Avarice. Fresh off the ban list as a limited card, shuffle 5 back into your deck, draw 2. It's really good. I don't know why they brought it back off, but it is a good inclusion in my deck. Really good, actually. And now, let's get to the traps. What I consider my standard, I run double Roar, 1 Rage, and then because I don't own Infinite Impermanence yet, I run double Solemn Judgment. Mainly just to help out with free negates. That's it for the main. Now let us go to the extra deck. Man, we're powering through this pretty quickly. Now in my my extra, I run an interesting tech. I run triple Balinks because he's pretty good as a 3 of, and if you play 2, you're bad. But now, the card that you can never skimp out on is that you run triple Sunlight Wolf. Really good. I hope they never touch it. They haven't, so it'll always stay there. I say that and then it gets banned. Now, we have 2 Heatleo. Shout out to my friend Ray who gave me the Prismatic Heatleo. Thanks, Ray. You run him to shuffle stuff back into your opponent's deck. He's basically your boss monster of the deck. I don't use him all too often because I usually kill my opponent before I can get to him. But if you have the opportunity to make it, make it. The only problem with this deck is that it can be susceptible to Nibiru. Which, it sucks, but what can you do? I kind of love to overextend. Now let's get into the rest of it. We run 1 transcode and 1 update jammer because the OTK combo. I like using it. Don't know about y'all. And now for my secret little tech, I run Code Talker Inverted because all it requires is 2 Cyberse monsters, and then I get it, and then I can activate its effect to special summon 1 Cyberse monster from my hand to a zone that this card points to. I use him a lot ever since I put him in. I also got this from Ray. Thank you, Ray, for helping me spruce up my deck. And now we go into the rest of it, which is Borreload, German Nightmare Phoenix, for popping stuff. And then we go into the rest of the deck. We do 1 Exciton Knight to blow up my opponent's field. And then the 1 Abyss Dweller, because I love shutting down graveyards. Really, that's the deck. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, that is the entire deck done and dusted. All in all, this is probably my favorite deck besides my Magician Girl deck. If y'all want to see that, I will probably post it within the next week. But that has been my updated Salamangreat deck profile, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want, comment, press the like button, subscribe, because I do love doing these deck profiles, and I really hope to bring you more in the future, even if they're not my profiles. And here pretty soon, once this whole thing's cleared up, I hope to be taking y'all to tournaments with me. See ya.